say Charlotte, and I'll come and help you guys. That was it. Have fun.
College grads, 41 rolling to let you know what time it is. Check, you can't hold me. I work my 9 to 5, better cut my check. This goes up to all the women getting it in. You want your grind. To all the men that respect what I do, please accept my shine. Boy, I know you love it. How we smart enough to make these millions, strong enough to bear the children. Then get back to business. See, you better not play me. Oh, come here, baby. Hope you still like me. Pay me. My persuasion can build Ricochet, you take your aim far away, far away. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. Cut me down, but it's you who have further to fall. Ghost town, haunted love. Raise your voice. Sticks and stones may break my bones. Talking loud, not saying much. I'm bulletproof, nothing to lose. Far away, far away. Ricochet, you take your aim. Far away, far away. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. Stone heart, machine gun, firing at the ones who run. Stone heart, those bulletproof glass. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium.
Let's go. Make no excuses now. I'm talking here and now. I'm talking here and now. Let's go. Your time is running out. I'm talking here and now. I'm talking here and now. It's not about what you've done, it's about what you do. It's all about where you going, no matter where you've been. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. talking here and now. It's not about what you've done, it's about what you do. It's all about where you going, no matter where you've been. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's make it happen tonight. Let's make it happen. Ooh, let's make it happen tonight. Let's make it happen. Ooh, let's make it happen tonight. Let's make it happen. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah. I get a feeling that I never had before. No, I get a good feeling, yeah. Oh, sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah. I get a feeling that I never had before. No, I get a good feeling, yeah.
Yes, I can. Doubt, better leave. I'm running with this plan. Pull me, grab me, crabs in the bucket can't have me. I'll be the president one day. January 1st. Oh, you like that gossip? Like you the one drinking what gossip.com. Now I got a word for your tongue. How many Rolling Stones you want? Yeah, I got a brand new spirit speaking and it's done. Woke up on the side of the bed like I won. Talk like the wind in my chest to that sun. G5 in the US to Taiwan. Now who can say that? I wanna play back. Mama knew I was a needle in a haystack. Oh, body boy, plus way back. I got a feeling it's a rap. ASAP.
Oh, sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah. I get a feeling that I never had before. No, I get a good feeling, yeah. Oh, sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah. I get a feeling that I never had before. No, I get a good feeling.
The mountains top, walk on water. I got power, feel so royal. 1 second, I'ma strike for you. Diamond, platinum, no more for you. That adrenaline, never giving in. Giving up's not an option, gotta get it in. Witness, I got the heart of 20 men. No fear, go to sleep in the lion's den. That glow, that spark, that crown. You're looking at the king of the jungle now. Stronger than ever, can't hold me down. 100 miles gunning from the pitcher's mouth. Straight game face, it's game day. See me running through the crowd full of melee. No trick plays, I'm Bill Gates. Take a genius to understand me.
Oh, sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah. I get a feeling that I never had before. No, I get a good feeling, yeah. Oh, sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah.
Let's get it, let's get it. I know you got the good feeling. Let's get it, let's get it. Gotta love the life that we live in.
Sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah. I get a good feeling, yeah. Sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah.
Todo el mundo está loco, todo el mundo está loco, todo el mundo rayado del coco. Y yo solo sé que montaron.
Dancing at the ghetto, and at the ghetto, party in the ghetto, and at the ghetto, dancing at the ghetto, and at the ghetto, party in the ghetto, and at the ghetto.
Hay party, todo el mundo, everybody. Estamos flow Rastafari. Está perfecto ese body. Mami, tú estás bien salvaje. Y yo que estoy de safari. DJ, no le baje. Póngala de Tego y de Daddy. Ese pelo de quilate. Se te notan los pilates. O tú ganas o yo gano. No lo dejamos en empate. En mi casa se remate. No fuimos low key. Callados sin dar detalles. La gente ya se dio cuenta que montamos la disco en la calle. Ya esto es.
Dancing at the ghetto, and at the ghetto, party in the ghetto, and at the ghetto, dancing at the ghetto, and at the ghetto, party in the ghetto, and at the ghetto.
En el barrio siempre hay bailoteo, Ave María. El trago nunca falta ni la buena compañía. Yeah, cómo ha cambiado la vida. Yo crecí en el gueto y el mundo es la casa mía.
Dancing at the ghetto, and at the ghetto, party in the ghetto, and at the ghetto, dancing at the ghetto, and at the ghetto, party in the ghetto, and at the ghetto.
Skrillex, Chip out the man. Tiny, Austin.
This is that original. This has no identical. You can't hack my digital. Future aboriginal. Get up off my. I stay on that pinnacle. Kill you with my lyricals. Call me verbal criminal. Send you to that clinical. Subscribe you some chemicals. Audio and visual. Can't see me. Invisible. I'm old school like biblical, futuristic next level. Never on that typical. Will I stop? Oh, never know.
I ain't gonna stop until I'm done.
Don't stop it.
I ain't gonna quit until I won.
Now, baby, don't you stop it. Stop it. Now, baby, don't you stop it. Stop it. Now, baby, don't you stop it. Stop it. Even if you wanted to, you couldn't stop us now. Don't stop the party. Don't stop, 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 stop. Don't stop the party. Don't stop, stop. Don't stop the party.
You could call me crazy man. Every day I'm partying. You could find me at the club, popping bottles, mingling. Ladies dancing to the jam, acting naughty, man, oh man. Got me in the mood again. At the party, partying. Yeah, I keep it happening. Taking shots, whatever, man. Party like a veteran. Music is my medicine. You won't find me settling. Can't be stopped, I'm stepping in. Keep it going till the end. Yeah, that's right, there we go again.
I'm that one that lights it up. We red hot like fire trucks. Burn that roof cause that's what's up. Tell that DJ turn it up. We dropping that music for people all around. Keep rocking, head knocking, cause they can't shut us down. And ain't no stopping, we gon' keep on rocking. Baby, don't stop it.
I ain't gonna quit until I won.
Now, baby, don't you stop it, stop it. Now, baby, don't you stop it, stop it. Now, baby, don't you stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. You cannot stop the night.
I ain't gonna stop until I'm done.
Don't stop it.
I ain't gonna quit until I won.
Now, baby, don't you stop it, stop it. Now, baby, don't you stop it, stop it. Now, baby, don't you stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. Even if you wanted to, you couldn't stop us now. Don't stop the party. Don't stop, 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 stop. Don't stop the party. Don't stop, 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 stop. Don't stop the party.
When you wake up in the morning and you're shadowed by the darkness of the night. When you wake up in the morning, darling, I'll be by your side. When you get a little lonely and you lose your rhythm, don't give up the fight. When you wake up in the morning, darling, I'll be by your side. I'll be by your side. When you wake up in the morning and you're shadowed by the darkness of the night. When you wake up in the morning, darling, I'll be by your side. I'll be there by your side. I'll be everything you wanted. I'll be there by your side. If you need a light to shine in, I'll be there.
Hi, everybody. I'm back for a quick little minute. I hope your activity was going well. I had such a fun time talking to everyone who I got to meet. That was like the best part of my day. It truly made like my whole entire day and definitely this experience special. You guys definitely have some great ideas in mind, and I can't wait to see where you take it. I would love to say a few thank yous. One would definitely be to Doan Winkle for inviting me and giving me this opportunity to speak today. It's been such an amazing and inspirational morning, and just like this whole process of preparing for a big presentation like this is, I'm just so grateful for the opportunity. If you were really interested or wanted to find out more about these topics that we talked today, I talk about this and a lot more over on Instagram. You can find us and find me at itsagirlslife.org, where this is actually the Instagram for our organization. And then on LinkedIn, if you want to connect with me on there too, that will be my personal LinkedIn, just Charlotte Wasserman, and it will come up. So I would love to see where you guys take your ideas in the future. Definitely reach out, and always keep it real. Thank you.
One more time, you guys clap your hands for Charlotte. One more time, clap your hands for We're going to be doing our next speaking here in just a few moments, but we want to make sure everyone does visit all the things in the room. If you haven't done so, please visit the photo booth. We want everyone to please post as much as you can on all of your social media for this event here. I would say this, you have about maybe 5 to 10 minutes before we actually go to our next presenter here. So do what you need to do and come right back. Thank you.
Things look so bad everywhere in this whole world. What is fair? We walk the line and try to see, falling behind what could be. Oh, bring me a higher love. Bring me a higher love. Oh, bring me a higher love. Where's that higher love? I keep thinking of. Bring me higher love. Bring me higher love. Oh, bring me higher love. Bring me higher love. Worlds are turning, and we're just hanging on, facing our fear and standing out there alone. I yearn, yeah, and it's real to me. There must be someone who's feeling for me. Things look so bad everywhere in this whole world. What is fair? We walk the line and try to see, falling behind and what could be. Oh, bring me a higher love, my Lord. Bring me a higher love. Oh, oh, bring me a higher love, my Lord. It's that higher love I keep thinking of. Bring me higher love. Bring me higher love. Bring me higher love. Bring me a higher love. Oh, bring me love. We need a higher love. Bring me, yeah, a higher love. I keep thinking of. Bring me higher love. Bring me higher love. Bring me higher love. A higher love. I keep thinking of. Bring me a higher love. Bring me a higher love.
Ooh, girl, you're shining like a Fifth Avenue diamond, and they don't make you like they used to. You're never going out of style. Ooh, pretty baby, this world might have gone crazy. The way you save me, who could blame me when I just wanna make you smile? I wanna do you like Michael, I wanna kiss you like Prince. Let's get it on like Marvin Gaye, like Hathaway. Write a song for you like this. You're over my head, I'm out of my mind, thinking I was born in the wrong time. One of a kind, living in a world gone plastic. Baby, you're so classic. Baby, you're so classic. Baby, you're so classic. Oh, a dozen roses, anything for you to notice. All the way to serenade you, doing it's not style. I'ma pick you up in a Cadillac like a gentleman, bring it glamour back, keep it real to real in the way I feel. I could walk you down the aisle. I wanna do you like Michael, I wanna kiss you like Prince. Let's get it on like Marvin Gaye, like Hathaway. Write a song for you like this. You're over my head, I'm out of my mind, thinking I was born in the wrong time. Let's stop and rewind, everything is
so classic. Baby, you're so classic.
Baby, you're class and baby, you're sick. I never met a girl like you ever till we met. A star in the 40s, centerfold in the 50s. Got me tripping out like 60s. Hippies, queen of the discotheque. A 70s dream and an 80s best. Hepburn, Beyonce, Marilyn, Massive. Girl, you're timeless. Just so classy.
Over my head, I'm out of my mind. Thinking I was through in the wrong time. It's love on rewind. Every was so throwbackish. I kinda like it how you out of my league. Old school chic, like a movie star. From the silver screen, you're one of a kind. Living in a world gone plastic. Baby, you're so classic. Baby, you're so classic. Baby, you're so classic.
All right, ladies, take your seats, take your seats, take your seats. I can see you guys over there. That's all good, all good. We are going to do our next presenter right now. Right now, please clap your hands for the founder of Chebe Essentials, here from John Carroll, a senior. Please make some noise for Uche Ike. Make some noise for it right now.
Way too big. Way too big to be with you. With you. Cause I'm way too smart. Way too smart to be fucking with you. With you. Cause I'm way too.
Hello, Whoa, that's a lot louder than I thought. Okay. Hello, everyone. How are you guys doing today? Good, good. It's nice to see pretty faces out here in the audience today. As he said, my name's Uche Ike. We'll get into the intro, but today I will be talking about identifying and engaging with customers. I don't even know if it's on the... Is it there? All right, beautiful. All right, so quick intro. My full name, because everybody seems to ask me, is Uche Chukwu. But everybody and their mama calls me Uche, so it makes it easy. I'm a senior IBLC major here, entrepreneurship minor. I'm also president of Black Students in Action, which is an organization here to support Black students as well as underrepresented students and allies here on campus. Fun fact, I'm the oldest of 5 kids. Yeah, it's a party in our house. And I'm Nigerian American, so my dad is Igbo and my mom is Yoruba. And a lot of that ties into why I started my business as well as the name and everything that goes into it. So the name of my business is Chebe Essentials. Our slogan is to protect your crown and style. We essentially sell African bonnets, head wraps, and now I'm proud to introduce that we finally sell African fashion for women. So the name Chebe comes from my dad's side of the family, and the meaning of it is to protect or to cover. So as most of you know, bonnets and head wraps, like the one I have on, is meant to protect your natural or protective style. Keep it longer, keep it looking stylish, and so on and so forth. So my business is female owned. Like I said, again, bonnets, head wraps, and now we have fashion, and I'm very, very excited for it. And it's culture inspired because most of my life growing up, most of my culture has been from my family, the food I eat, the clothing I wear, the traditions we have, and so on and so forth. And so I thought to myself, why not make some sort of a business that incorporates something I'm passionate about, being my culture, as well as something I can share with every other person here. I started December of 2020, so you could say my business is a pandemic baby, so to speak. And then I started getting into it more as the school year started, my second semester of my junior year. It was really booming for a lot of people. My friends loved it, family members loved it, people I've never even met or would have considered to be part of my business loved it. And they were like, you should expand this a lot more. And I was like, well, what am I supposed to do? They were like, introduce clothing. Like, I've seen you wear, your African skirts left and right. I've seen you wear your tops left and right. And I was like, you know what, you got a point. So I introduced clothing over the summer of 2021, and it's been great. But I also had to remember that this isn't just for me to enjoy. As much as I love wearing African prints and showing off my culture, I also have to understand that I can't serve my purpose or my idea without understanding who I'm serving this to. So my initial customer segment was Black/Afro-American women. I mean, we're the type of group that appreciates wearing bonnets at night, appreciates wearing head wraps during the day in case, we haven't had time to do our hair, or just want to throw something on to match our outfits. And so I said to myself, okay, if I want to target Black and Afro American women, what's my reason for doing that? So essentially, we're the most frequent users of head wraps and bonnets. You go to the beauty supply store or you shop online to find something that's comfortable, something that's affordable, something that's easy to work with. There's a connection and appreciation for African culture and prints, whether you are from here or whether you're from the motherland or wherever it may be. There is some sort of connection when you have some sort of African prints or African tradition within your style, within your clothing. Natural and protective hairstyles. We do it dang near every day, every year. Why not try and add some sort of style to it, whether it's to protect your hair, whether it's to, just add a little flair. That's mainly the reason as to why I started this business and why I appealed to Black women, because we have a sense of style that everybody seems to be loving. So, see, I saw that nod in the front. You know what I'm talking about. And they're just a relatable target market. I'm a Black woman. I understand what we need. I understand what would catch our eye, what wouldn't, and so on and so forth. So I tell you this because if you're able to identify what common themes or what common aspects of being a Black woman is, it's a lot easier for you to narrow down who you want to target your idea towards. So the first step in anything when it comes to identifying or engaging with your customers is being able to narrow and specify who you want to serve. Because you can have this great idea and have, figure it out from A to Z, but it's okay, who is this going to appeal to and who specifically? You can have a narrow general idea as to, I want to reach men, or I want to reach women, or I want to reach this target, I want to reach that target. But if you don't have a specific, I want to reach African American women who appreciate Black and African culture and prints, it's going to be a little hard to try and even narrow down what your idea is specifically. And also being able to identify some of the characteristics that relate to your purpose so that you have some sort of idea of what you want to launch. Like it says, narrow down the process makes it easier. It also makes it easier on marketing and how you want to build your product. So when it comes to identifying who your target market is, there are 3 things to keep in mind: the attitudes, behaviors, and the common interests. So attitudes and behaviors kind of correlate together. With attitudes, you have to figure out how receptive are your customers to your idea. So for example, this head wrap that I have on has been a booming one on my website since December, January. And the reason why that's been so receptive to customers is because, I like this, I like the pattern, I like the color, I like the length, I like the way it fits. If they are receptive to not only just the product, but also your packaging, then you're more than likely to have more people engaging with your business, more people and likely to, buy from you and so on. Behaviors, you have to understand how frequent they're gonna buy your products or what types of products or services that you're gonna offer. So head wraps was good for winter through fall. Switch that, fall through winter. And so as much as it is available year-round, same thing with bonnets, you also have to think, what else can I introduce that is in tie with the behaviors of how they shop, what they shop for, what they look for when they're shopping. And so that's why I introduced clothing, so that it's also a thing for the summer till fall or fall till winter, depending on the collection. And then common interests, it's real easy to find. You just see what are they interested in terms of hobbies or in terms of how they go about day to day. And for women, African women, it's an essential to have something to cover your head when you're on the go, or something to match your outfit when you don't really know what to do with your hair at that time. So those are 3 things that I would have you to consider when considering what characteristics make them so specific to your business. So essentially, I consider the creativity of being a Black woman. We are more than likely to support our own businesses, to support other people that look like us. We're very bold and outgoing. It's in our style, it's in our behavior, it's in how we interact with people, and so on. We are influential. I mean, if you see on social media the way Black women dress now, you'd be like, I want to look like her, or how does she do that? That's also something that I considered with the prints and the styles of the head wraps and the bonnets and the fashion. Everything about us seems to be natural, whether it's our hair, whether it's how we dress, whether it's how we perceive ourselves, and so on. Style, creativity, all the 9 yards. And as much as it's important to identify the characteristics, you also have to see what problems are we trying to solve to make sure that these characteristics are known when they're shopping. So when I first started, I had to consider, okay, what are some issues that women have, Black women have, with head wraps and bonnets? The quality. You could go to your local beauty supply store and buy a bonnet that lasts maybe, 3 months, 4 months if you're lucky. The quality might not be as strong as it needs to be. You'll be worrying if it stays on your head at night to make sure that you protect your hair and so on. Affordability and ease. African prints are not very common. And so for things that are not common, they often come at an expensive price. So that's something that I thought about, of making sure that it's accessible, making sure that it's affordable, that you don't have to go literally 3-4 months every time to buy a new one, making sure that it fits with the lifestyle and the outfits that African American women do on a daily basis. Because when I tell you this morning it took me 5 minutes to wrap this, it took me only 5 minutes versus if it takes you maybe a good 10, 15 minutes with something that's longer or something that's more, technical to work with. And like I said, the accessibility. I have a website if y'all are interested, cheviessentials.com. But essentially it's easier to find, and through social media you can also shop there as well. With problems comes emotions. Let me ask you this. How many times can you consider yourself frustrated when trying to find the perfect outfit or the perfect pair of shoes or even finding something that's in your size? Like, how many of us have gone through that? Yeah, I figured. So, and how many times would you say you get frustrated when trying to find like a specific thing in your size? So, yeah, you. So like how often would you say you get frustrated in trying to find something that's specific for you, whether it's your size or a color or an outfit and so on? Very often. Anybody else agree with her, disagree? Yeah, I figured. So I also had to consider the emotions that Black and African American women go through when finding, things that are suitable for them. We often get disappointed. We often felt left out and non-inclusive. We often feel discouraged, but then we often get excited when we see that, oh, there is something that fits my style, or oh, there's a head wrap out there that I can use, tie my hair in 5 minutes and go. Or it's like, oh, I found the perfect color, the perfect pattern to match with everything for an outfit that I want to wear one day. So figuring out the problems and figuring out the emotions, those are two things that go hand in hand. So essentially, I'm going to tell you ways to figure out your target market's problems and how to understand them. But first, we got to understand the do's and the don'ts. So the do's, whenever you're trying to figure out like who you want to ask or what you want to ask to certain people, have questions lined up that you can ask. And then a bonus tip, also have some follow-up questions. So you could ask friends, family, strangers, people you think would be interested in your idea or in your purpose, and be able to, sit down with them 10, 15 minutes, ask them questions, but be prepared to follow up just in case for some more clarification. Be able to empathize with your clients. It's very important. Like I said, the emotions plays a lot more into this identifying your customer segment, a lot more than you think. When you're able to empathize with their issues, empathize with their emotions, that way you're able to understand, okay, I have to do A, B, and C to make sure that they feel accommodated with my idea or with my service. Take notes. Ain't nothing wrong with taking notes while you're talking to the person. They may think, oh, why are you taking, I'm taking notes for a reason. I want to make sure that I got everything lined up. And then bonus, being able to write down your own personal observations with all the people that you interview. It's easy to find common themes left and right, depending on, what their issues are, what their emotions are, and how they say it, and so on. The don'ts do not offer solution just yet. As much as you think that your idea might be the ideal solution, and it probably is, you're not exactly sure if it'll work to their needs or their concerns. Don't ask questions that pertain to like the future use of your idea. So some examples: how much would you pay for X, Y, and Z? Or would you use something like A, B, and C? Because the last thing you need is to try and lead on your idea if it's not fully developed just yet. And then last, don't assume that you know all about their problems. Initially, when I started Chebe Essentials, I thought, okay, I'm a black woman. I understand that, there's issues in finding a quality bonnet. Bonnet falls off at night. It's hard to find head wraps that actually look good or are not the basic generic ones you find in the beauty supply store. I could have assumed all of those issues, but if I didn't take the time to sit down with 5 or 6 black women to understand that, oh, I have more of an issue with the affordability, I have more issue with the access to African prints and African bonnets and so on, I would have just completely assumed one thing instead of encompassing the whole thing. So it's also important to break down each problem. I don't know how well you can see the detail of the picture, but I wrote them down 1 through 5. So the first one is write out the problem. You can pose the question as this: what is it like to be a person with blank? What is it like to be a person with an issue of finding a quality bonnet? What is the issue of trying to find a top that matches with A, B, and C accessories? 2, write down the emotions that they associate with that issue and how it makes them feel. With that emotion, that's how you're able to figure out, like I said, the attitudes and behaviors that we talked about. And that way you can perceive if your service or idea is going to be, an often thing that they purchase, a seasonal thing that they purchase, and so on and so forth. Then you ask them what current solutions or alternatives that they have to their issue. That is going to be seen as substitutes for what you're making and also a competition in some sense, but that's something that you can worry about a little bit later. So after you find out those alternatives and those solutions that they currently have, figure out what's lacking those solutions. So what's the gap between what is already available and what is accessible, and the gap between why is it that it's not fully reaching the satisfaction that they need? So finding that gap is the gap that you can bridge between you and your competition and other substitutes. And then find out the channels in which they distribute their idea. It could be social media, it could be a website, it could be, going person to person, whether it's a service or not. It could be putting it in stores and so on and so forth. Because when you find out how they, bring out their products and how they bring out their services and in what methods they do it, you can do it the exact same way because it's a lot faster and a lot easier for you to reach your market the same way that they are. So just to wrap it up, it's very important when interacting with these people and when interacting with your potential target market to keep contact with them, because you could possibly be the person to ask them for feedback. Can you try this? Can you test that? Just to see how far along you're going so that at the end of the day you have everything in complete detail. It's also important to build a customer base and a network so that way you can tell them when it's finally said and done, hey, my business has already launched, look at this link, or go to my social media to see out about it. And then you can also have people to refer other people and so on and so forth. It's like a chain. It keeps going. Then you can ask if they know others with similar issues. That way you can reach more people, find out more issues, find out how emotions that they feel, and that way if your product is doing at least something to some extent, there's room for improvement. There's room to build. And keeping your notes and adding them to your planning process. It's easy for me to forget what I said to somebody or what somebody said to me if I don't write it down. Same thing with like names. If you tell me your name and I'm gonna forget it, but that's not the point. Essentially, it's important to keep those notes so that, oh, I forgot to add this, or oh, I need to add that, or maybe that's not gonna work. I can just subtract that out. That way you're keeping record and keeping planning of how building your business is going. I threw a lot, which you may have questions, but in the workbook, I go through each questions as to what you should consider when building your market and building your ideal client. But 2 things to remember when keeping in mind of who you want to serve. Customers will buy whatever solves their problem. There's no problem in the world that doesn't have a solution. And if it's a problem that there is no like solution, they're obviously not going to buy it. Or if it doesn't completely solve their issue, you can forget it. They can forget about it. But also, customers will purchase based on their emotions. They buy whatever makes them feel good. You ever heard of the term impulsive buy? That's where it comes from. They buy whatever satisfies their issues or whatever makes them feel good at the time. So try and make your idea the one that they go for that satisfies their issue but also makes them feel good. So essentially, in review of everything I just said, understand who you're serving and how you'll serve them. Get to know your target market and be real specific about who you're trying to reach. Identify their problems and their emotions towards the issue and break it down. Makes it easy to break it down as to what the issue, how they're feeling, what other solutions do they have that currently isn't working, and then understand how am I going to channel it or target it to them in a way that's easy and accessible. And have fun with it. I'm so glad that I went with the whole African tradition in the prints and the fashion and all that, because I probably would have been bored if I tried to pursue something else. And that kind of ties into what Charlotte was talking about earlier. Finding a purpose that you have passion about and gives you motivation makes this process a lot easier than you think. So have fun with it. It shouldn't be tasking. It should be something that you look forward to every single day. That's my 9 yards. So in the workbook under, I think it's Dare to Find Your Customers. Am I right? Yeah. So there are about 5 to 6 questions to consider. So I know the first one is the specificity of who your target market is. The 2 to 3 other questions focus on like what you think their problem is. Actually, somebody remind me, what else is it? There you go. Also, and then I think if you flip to the next page, it also gives you more as to, you know, finding the gap, what's similar, what's not, and figuring out ways and channels to share your product or your idea with everybody else. So yeah, if you have any questions, I'm the tall person probably in the room, but you'll see me, call my name Uche, and I'll be more than willing to help.
Because I'm way too big. Way too big to be rich.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much,
Because I'm way
Uche.
too smart.
All right, as you guys finish up your questions and everything here, we give you about 10 minutes. And roughly right after that, we're gonna do a group photo on the stage with everyone that is in the room in about 10 minutes. And then you guys will be dismissed for lunch. So once again, finish up those questions. We're gonna do a group photo here in about 10 minutes. And immediately after that, you guys will be dismissed for lunch.
Used to roll with the shank just like Julie. Still walk on cause I'm unruly. Beat my case cause I'm unruly. Took my place at the shine papa of the Nigerian Rudy. Because I'm way too big. Way too big to be rich. With you. Because I'm way too smart. Way too smart to be fucking dead. Try with you. Because I'm way too cool. Way too cool to be losing my cool. safe and sound. I can fill your cup. You know my river won't evaporate. This world we still appreciate. You could be my luck. Even in a hurricane of frowns, I know that we'll be safe and sound. We're safe and sound. We're safe and sound. We're safe and sound. I could show you love in a tidal wave of mystery. You'll still be standing next to me. You could be my luck. Even if we're 6 feet underground, I know that we'll be safe and sound. We're safe and sound. I could lift you up. I could show you what you wanna see and take you where you wanna be. You could be my luck. Even if the sky is falling down, I know that we'll be safe and sound. I could lift you up. I could show you what you wanna see and take you where you wanna be. You could be my luck. Even if the sky is falling down, I know that we'll be safe and sound. We're 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 safe and sound.
All right, ladies, as you guys are finishing up your questions, do me a favor if everyone could, just real fast, raise your hand from what school you are from, or make some noise if you could. I got a little list here of everyone here, and I want to see which schools are here. So in no particular order, I just want to see who's here. So first school I have is it Beaumont? Beaumont, yeah? Perfect, awesome. All right. Next school I have is Twinsburg. Anyone here from Twinsburg? No one from Twinsburg. Okay, all right. What about Orange High School? That's on this list here. Yes, no. All right. And then we have, was it East Tech High School? East Tech High School over there. Awesome. And now what about Design Lab Early College? Awesome. And then my last one I have on this list here is, I want to say St. Martin de Porres, right here. Awesome. This is what's going to happen, guys. All right. I want everyone to stand up. Come on. Stand up. We're going to make your way to the stage, and we're going to get a nice big group photo with every single person that's here just before you guys have to go to lunch. You got a nice little walk down the hallway and everything to get your lunch going on here. So come on, stand up. Everyone's going to be either on the stage or just in front of the stage. Once again, just either on the stage or just in front of the stage. There we go. Perfect. We're going to get everyone, yeah? Get everyone in here. Awesome person. We need everyone to at least be on the stage or in front of the stage. Once again, either on stage or in front of the stage. That's how it works. Perfect. Wonderful. Now we're going to crunch in a little bit there, I see. We have some more people that need to get on stage. Awesome, awesome. Wonderful, wonderful. Once again, remember, if you can't see the camera, camera can't see you. There it is. I think we got it.
It's a lonely night. Everybody's happy. Then turning around, looking for a friendly light. But I see nothing. No,
Awesome, great job, guys. Awesome, awesome, awesome. This is what's gonna happen here. You're gonna grab your stuff, and you're gonna go down to the Jardine room. I believe that's where lunch is being served at. Jardine room, that is where lunch is being served at, as it was yesterday. It is out the main hall, all the way down the main hall. Once again, out the doors in the back, all the way down the main hall. It is the Jardine room. And we'll see you guys back here in roughly in about 1 hour.
But your voice is too loud. We like to watch you laughing. You pick the insects off the plants. No time to think of consequences. Enjoy yourself. Take only what you need from it. A family of trees wanted to be haunted. Enjoy yourself. Take only what you need from it. A family of trees wanted to be haunted. The water is warm, but it's sending me shivers. A baby's born, crying out for attention. The memories fade, like looking through a fog mirror. Decisions are made about law, but I thought this wouldn't hurt a lot. I guess not. Enjoy yourself. Take only what you need from it. A family of trees wanted to be haunted. Enjoy yourself. Take only what you need from it. A family of trees wanted to be haunted.
I've been feeling real good. Came a long way from misunderstood. Far away from the days where I wouldn't wanna go home, cause I was afraid of the truth. See, I was scared to admit the feeling was in the back of my head. Cause the point will lie no longer works, so you have to stand up for how you wanna live. Tonight is the night that we're losing control. Tonight is the night Everybody go. Everybody go. And I don't know no better, but as far as I came, it felt like forever. Seconds turn to hours, days turn to months, let a year pass by, but don't feel like much. So if I got one chance, I'ma make y'all dance. I'ma have as much fun as I can and figure out the rest when I edge out a plan. Tonight is the night, is the night that we're losing control. Tonight is the night, is the night we set it on. Everybody go. Everybody go. I'm feeling better than I ever thought. Possible, but now I know. Yeah. I'm feeling better than I ever did. Possible don't exist. No. Impossible don't exist. Everybody go. Everybody go. Tonight is the night, is the night that we're losing control. Tonight is the night, is the night we set it on. Tonight is the night, is the night that we're losing control. Tonight is the night, is the night we set it on.
I got you on my mind, on my mind. Can't stop thinking about you all the time, all the time. Na 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 na. It happened all so fast. I wanna make it last. Na 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 na. So if you want me to, then baby say I do. I'll give it all to you. Shining like a light in the nighttime. Loving everything that you got. Thinking that it might be the right time. Take this party to the next spot. Shining like a light in the nighttime. Loving everything that you got. Thinking that it might be the right time. Take this party to the next spot. No one has ever loved me the way you do, the way you do. I'll never find another one like you, one like you. Na 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 na. Shower me with your love. Now I can't get enough. Na 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 na. So if you want me to, then baby say I do. I'll give it all to you. Shining like a light in the nighttime. Loving everything that you got. Thinking that it might be the right time. Take this party to the next spot. Shining like a light in the nighttime. Loving everything that you got. Thinking that it might be the right time. Take this party to the next spot. Alright, okay. I never felt this way. Okay, alright. Let's get it on tonight.
Girl, you wanna come to my hotel? Baby, I will leave you my room key. Feeling the way you carry yourself, girl. And I wanna get with you cause you're a cutie. If you wanna come to my hotel, all you gotta do is holler at me. Cause we having an after party. Checking out 6 in the morning. Checking out 6 in the morning. Checking out 6 in the morning. Girl, you wanna come to my hotel? Girl, you wanna come to my hotel? Baby, I will leave you my room key. Feeling the way you carry yourself, girl. And I wanna get with you cause you're a cutie. If you wanna come to my hotel, all you gotta do is holler at me. Cause we having an after party. Checking out 6 in the morning. In the morning, checking out 6 in the morning, checking out 6 in the morning. Ladies, ladies, checking out 6 in the morning. Ladies, ladies, checking out 6 in the morning. Girl, you wanna come to my hotel? Ladies, ladies, if you wanna come to my hotel, girl, you wanna come to my hotel. Girl, you wanna come to my hotel? You wanna come to my hotel? Come to my hotel. You wanna come to my hotel? number, no. I don't wanna give you mine, and no. I don't wanna meet you nowhere, no. Don't want none of your time, and no. I don't want no scrub. A scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging out the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. I don't want no scrub. A scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging out the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. Checking me, but his game is kinda weak, and I know that he cannot approach me. Cause I'm looking like class and he's looking like trash. Can't get with a deadbeat. No, no, I don't want your number, no. I don't wanna give you mine, and no. I don't wanna meet you nowhere, no. Don't want none of your time. I don't want no scrub. Scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging out the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. No scrub. Scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging out the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. Car and you're walking. Oh yes, son, I'm talking to you. Live at home with your mama. Oh yes, son, I'm talking to you. You have a shorty that you don't show love. Oh yes, son, I'm talking to you. Wanna get with me with no money? Oh no, I don't want no. No, scrub, no, no. No, 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 no. No, no, no. I don't want no scrub. Scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging out the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. I don't want no scrub. Scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging out the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. Scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging out the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. I don't want no scrub. Scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging out the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. I don't want no scrub. Scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging out the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. I don't want no scrub. Scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging out the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. Been waiting on that sunshine, but I think I need that back. Can't do it like that. No one else gon' get it like that. So I argue, you yeah, but you take me back. Who cares when it feels like crack? But you know that you always do it right, right. Man, fuck your pride. Just take it on back, boy. Take it on back, boy. Take it back all night. Just take it on back. Take it on back. Do what you gonna do. Keep me up all night. Hurting vibe and it hurts inside when I look you in your eye. What are you willing to do? Oh, tell me what you're willing to do. Oh, what are you willing to do? Oh, tell me what you're willing to do. Been waiting just fine before I met you. I drink too much and that's an issue, but I'm okay. Hey, you tell your friends it was nice to meet them, but I hope I never see them again. I know it breaks your heart. Moved to the city in a broke down car and 4 years no calls. Now you're looking pretty in a hotel bar and I can't stop. No, I can't stop. So baby, pull me closer in the backseat of your Rover that I know you can't afford. Bite that tattoo on your shoulder. Pull the sheets right off the corner of the mattress that you stole from your roommate back in Boulder. We ain't never getting older.
Look as good as the day I met you. I forget just why I left you. I was insane. Stay and play that Blink-182 song that we beat to death in Tucson. Okay. I know it breaks your heart. Moved to the city in a broke down car and 4 years no call. Now I'm looking pretty in a hotel bar and I can't stop. No, I can't stop.
So baby, pull me closer in the backseat of your Rover that I know you can't afford. Like that tattoo on your shoulder. Pull the sheets right off the corner of the mattress that you stole from your roommate back in Boulder. We ain't never getting older. We ain't never getting older.
In the dark and I'm dreaming, I'm awake and alone with you. On the street someone screaming, words to songs that we once knew. Now the moonlight is beaming, yeah I like how it shines on you. And I can't stop the feeling, I need to be close to you. Hold me, say it's alright, I'll stay with you tonight. Love me and I'll be fine, you're bringing me to life. Hold me, say it's alright, I'll stay with you tonight. Love me and I'll be fine, you're bringing me to life. Don't you feel it too? Don't you feel it? Don't you feel it too? Don't you feel it? Now the night has a meaning. I describe what I feel for you. With the love that I'm feeling, darker skies return to blue. Never leave, mama bleeding. Tell me what you want, 'cause you have the power of healing. I need to be close to you. Hold me, say it's alright, I'll stay with you tonight. Love me and I'll be fine, you're bringing me to life. Hold me, say it's alright, I'll stay with you tonight. Love me and I'll be fine, you're bringing me to life. Don't you feel it too? Don't you feel it too? Don't you feel it? Don't you
simple touch and it can set you free. We don't have to rush when you're alone with me. I feel it coming, I feel it coming, I feel it coming, baby. I feel it coming, I feel it coming, baby. I know what you feel like, feel it up. I feel it coming, I feel it coming, I feel it coming, baby. I feel it coming, I feel it coming, baby. Come with me, don't you worry. I'm gonna make it crazy. I'll give you the time of your life. I'm gonna take you places you've never been before, and you'll be so happy that you came. Oh, I'm gonna take you there. Oh, that's the way love goes. That's the way love goes. That's the way love goes. Desire. That's the way love goes. Desire. I like candles, I like to watch us playing. Baby, I've got on what you like. Come closer, baby, closer. Reach out and feel my body. I'm gonna give you all my love. Oh, sugar, don't you hurry. You've got me here all night. Just close your eyes and hold on tight. Oh, baby, don't stop, don't stop. Go deeper, baby, deeper. You feel so good, I'm gonna cry. Oh, I'm gonna take you there. Oh, that's the way love goes. 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 What did I say to make you wanna run so far away, away, away? What did I do? 'Cause you're my beating heart. I thought you knew. I thought you knew. Let me love a little harder. Let me love until I can't no more. My love will make stronger. One night, one night. Let me love a little harder. Let me love until I can't no more. My
love you harder.
Didn't even really wanna go, but if you get me out, you better show. There's so many bodies on the floor, so maybe we should go and have some more. Oh, you down, did it down, did it down, did it down, down, down. Down, did it down, did it down, did it down, down, down. Everywhere I look at people's hands, thrown up in the air to help them dance. Come on, baby, catch me if you can. I know you don't have any other need. Are you down, did it down, did it down? Call me on my cell phone. Late night when you need my love. I know when I hot night rain, it can only be one thing. I know when I hot night rain, it can only be one thing. Ever since I left the city, you got a reputation for yourself now. Everybody knows and I feel left out. Oh, you got me down, you got me stressed out. You used to call me on my cell phone. Late night when you need my love. Call me on my cell phone. Late night when you need my love. I know in that hot night rain, it can only mean one thing. I know in that hot night rain, it can only mean one thing. After sending you, ever since I left the city, everybody knows and I feel it out. Oh, you got me down, you got me stressed out. Oh, you got me down, you got me stressed out. Ever since I left the city, you got a reputation for yourself now. Everybody knows and I feel left out. Oh, you got me down, you got me stressed out. You used to call me on my cell phone. Late night when you need my love. Call me on my cell phone.
I need you now. Need you now. I need you now. I need you now. I need you now. Need you now. I need you now. I need you now.
Come into my life, I got so much left to show you. Come into my life, oh, I adore you. Come into my life, I got so much left to show you. Come into my life, oh, I adore you. 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 Do you? Do you? Do you? Do you? Do you? Come into my life, I got so much left to show you.
Just you and I. cool. Making at you just looking around. You know how we're doing, where it's going to. So when you're gonna manifest me out. If you're hitting on me, I'm hitting on you. Put it on me, don't pretend. Cause you like what you see. You're hitting on me, you're hitting on me. Get to dance. You're hitting on me, I'm hitting on you. Put it on me, don't pretend. Cause you like what you see. You're hitting on me.
so indecisive what I'm saying. Trying to catch the beat, make up your heart. Don't know if you're happy or complaining. Don't want for us to win, where do I start? Cause you wanna go to the left and you wanna turn right. Wanna argue all day, make love all night. It's up, then you're down, and in between. Oh, I really wanna know, what do you mean? Oh, when you nod your head yes, but you wanna say no, what do you mean? Hey, yeah. When you don't want me to move, but you tell me to go, what do you mean? Oh, what do you mean? 'Cause if you're running out of time, what do you mean? Oh, what do you mean? Better make up your mind, what do you mean?
You believe his stories. You know that there are lies. Bad as you are, you stick around, and I just don't know why. If I was your man, baby, you never worry about what I do. I'll be coming home back to you every night, doing you right. You look like a woman, deserve good things. This for the diamonds, hands for the ring. Maybe you
All right, welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Welcome back. We're gonna get started here right now. We want everyone to please find your seats. Find your seats. I want to introduce to you right now our founder of Bombshell Beauty, Miss Jessica Thomas.
Who run the world? Girls, girls. Who run the world? 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 Girls.
Alrighty. You guys hear me okay? Awesome. Thank you. Alrighty, so let me. Okay, can you guys see that? Okay, awesome. So, hey guys, hopefully, hold on, this is like a little. All right, there we go. Hey guys, so hopefully we're not like too tired from lunch. So, you know, definitely we're gonna have some fun. I'm gonna try and get a little bit more engaged with you guys so we can kind of move around, talk a little bit. But yeah, so my name is Jessica Thomas, and so I'm gonna be talking to you guys about prototyping and testing. So to start off, I'm sure you're probably like, okay, like, who is this girl? Like, so let me introduce myself and let you guys know a little bit more about me. So I have on here a whole bunch of pictures, but in essence, my name is Jessica Thomas, and I am an electrical engineer. I am also a professional freelance makeup artist. I am an MBA student, and I also am founder of my business, Bombshell Beauty. So as long and tiresome as that was for me to say, I'm also always tired all the time. So I wanted to, though, just kind of make that like really transparent as to, you know, just more so who I am and what I do. So I have a couple pictures on here. Some are from like my Instagram and Snapchat, so bear with me. So I just have my official lab coat that I got in my job as an engineer. And so as a makeup artist, I've actually been doing makeup now since I actually started high school, I would say. So quite a while, definitely had some ebbs and flows there, but I really fell into makeup artistry when I was actually here as an undergrad at John Carroll. So I did go to John Carroll. I majored in physics and electrical engineering. And so as an undergrad, kind of going through the core meat and potatoes of my classes, I was like, okay, this is cool, this is fun, you know, definitely learning what I'm gonna be doing in the future, but I don't know, it was just like something in me, I was like, I need something else, something extra. Like my creative energy, I felt like wasn't getting satisfied. So long story short, I kind of, you know, fell in love with makeup artistry. And so not in the sense of like, hey, I'm going out tonight with my girls and I'm about to sit here and get cute, but in the sense of like, hey, this is actually kind of relaxing. It's kind of like a nice little experience. It's definitely self-care. Definitely something where I was like, I can get out of my brain for a little bit, kind of just escape and just let my expression and my freedom come through. I don't know about you guys, but like how satisfying is that when you have like wing liners that are perfect on each eye? Like, yes. So it was definitely something for me. I was like going through my undergrad, hey, this is like really relaxing. And I kind of really fell in love with it, honestly. It was kind of my solace and just something for me to kind of just dive headfirst into, feed my creative spirit. So eventually people were like, okay, can you do my makeup? Can you do my makeup? And I'm like, okay, sure, whatever. So I kind of accidentally fell into becoming a makeup artist, but I think that overall, it was probably one of the best decisions that I could have made. I feel that as a makeup artist, you're really able to be in a space with someone and like have like a creative energy to inspire, uplift, and to educate too. And I just love that. So I definitely kind of found a little bit of like my passion in there. And ever since, I've kind of just been going along with it and just, definitely saying yes to more things, trying more things, experimenting, which is definitely what we're going to be talking about today with prototyping and testing. I've sat here and done New York Fashion Week twice, and actually had some of my work in Vogue Australia last year. I've sat here and met Beyonce's makeup artist, hence my song, Sir John, and actually learned from him and different techniques there. Recently, I kind of do a little bit more work with Kicking It with Kenny on Fox 8. And just a couple weekends ago, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction, Carole King and her daughters, I was actually working, doing hair and makeup for her and her family with another artist. And let's see what else on here. With COVID and everything kind of happening when makeup was a little bit slower for me, I've kind of newly fell into kind of content creating, beauty influencer type vibes too. So it's been definitely a whirlwind, but I would say that it's definitely been something that I think has been very purposeful in the fact of me kind of discovering myself and my purpose here. So kind of as I was talking about that energy that you're able to create with someone when you're doing makeup, right? It's kind of like something I've never experienced before. I don't know if you guys know, but like when you get your makeup done and after, it's just like you're a whole new person. You're a whole new vibe. The confidence levels are through the roof. And it's just, that energy there is really like, it's so just satisfying, but also inspiring. And so for me, as a makeup artist, that feeling, I just love that feeling of I can sit here and make someone happy. I can sit here and uplift and educate and inspire. And so coming into creating Bombshell Beauty, I really kind of took that whole idea of, creating that feeling and making that something that's not just a feeling that I can just create by doing makeup, but that I can kind of show to other people, something that others can experience as well, even in their own right as artists, as creatives, as beauty lovers, similar to my journey. So Bombshell Beauty by Jessica Thomas was born. And so starting out, I actually kind of sat here and asked myself, so what is it that I want to start with here? What is it that, something for me, kind of thinking back to myself as a beauty lover, when I was kind of getting started with makeup, what was like my thing? What was like something that I was like, I cannot live without this, right? So, I don't know if you guys are like me, but I feel my most confident and I feel my best when I have a bold lip and a poppin' lash. So, definitely having a poppin' lash, like a glamorous lash, a natural lash, whatever vibe is you, that was me. I was like, you'll never see Jessica Thomas step outside without a lash because I need a lash. Lashes make the look. So I started there and I said, okay, this was kind of like my beauty signature, my beauty mark, if you would say. What is really out there in the market? Like, what is there for me to sit here and kind of look at and say, I feel like I have a lash for every style, every personality of me. So this was like circa 2017 that I started Bombshell Beauty. And so back then, there was not really like as much variety and as much inclusivity in like lash styles now as there is now. It was definitely just like that Ardell Wispy or Ardell Demi Wispy. And no shade, if that's your jam, beautiful. But I definitely need some more variety in my life. So that was something I was kind of like, dang, why do I keep going to Ulta and Sephora and Target or CVS, wherever I'm at, and I'm seeing Demi Wispies or Ardell Wispies. It's like the same style over and over and over and over again, like Groundhog's Day. And I'm just like, okay, cool. That's really not what I'm looking for sometimes. What if I'm looking for something that's gonna make me feel a little bit more, extra for the word? Or something that's gonna make me feel like, it's kind of like my lashes but better. So that's where I kind of like got into my own little experimental creative bag, if you would say. And I was like, okay, well, if there's nothing out there that's serving me in really kind of something that's, I would buy that I need that, I'm going to use, I'm going to make it. I don't care. I'm going to make it. So definitely a lot of trial and error of buying different lashes, cutting them up, piecing them back together, kind of MacGyvering some stuff, right? So kind of in those early stages of me customizing what I felt like I needed in my beauty looks and my beauty kit. Definitely was going for a while, but then I was like, okay, Jess, like there has to be a simpler way or something I can do to elevate this idea, evolve this idea. And so I actually this was I feel like back in, still I think 2018 we're now at the time. And so if you guys kind of recall, like that was also I think the rise of like lash extensions and people kind of learning to be lash techs, right? So I saw a course that was for, hey, like, take this curriculum to be a lash tech. And I was like, okay, that might be the thing to do. So I'm like, wait, let's think about this. Me personally, I'm kind of not, I guess, into the market of changing from makeup artistry to being a lash tech. But as a lash tech, they're going to sit here and teach me how to design a lash, how to map out a lash, how to really create a lash, essentially, talking more about eye shapes, eye types, different styles, silk, mink, lash bands, all of that. And way much more than I would also have known now as a makeup artist. So I was like, okay, that makes sense, all right? So let's hear and actually take our signature style, our beauty mark, something that's unique to us, and get more education on it, because that's going to enable us to evolve. And so that's actually what I did. So I have, with Bombshell Beauty, I do have silk and mink lash styles. And I actually use that course to help me kind of design and curate what designs I want different lashes to be. So I have quite a few styles now, but that was kind of my road to prototyping and experimenting and testing. So kind of moving into just our, I guess, key points for today with prototyping and testing. I kind of just have like the real basic, definition of a prototype if it, wasn't hitting home. But so prototype, an early sample, model, or release of a product built to test a concept or process. So, okay, here's now, I'm gonna sit here and like shut up for 2 seconds, and I'm gonna sit here and ask you, so why is it important for you guys to like test out like your product or your ideas? Like you guys raise your hands and, let me know you're still alive out here. Let's see. Oh, I think I saw you first. Yeah, that's a good point. So if you guys didn't hear her, she's saying like specifically to makeup products, you definitely have to sit here and test and try out different formulas just to make sure, it's safe for the skin, making sure that it's not gonna, cause someone to have allergic reaction. But I think more like broadly speaking, like you definitely need to test just to figure out, how this is gonna like do with our customers. Yep, I saw your hand too. Yes. So that is really huge. It's like, if you have an idea And if you're sitting here telling like, your mom or your friend or, whoever, like that's kind of similar to like testing. You're getting that feedback, that information is so crucial because you want to sit here and know like, okay, so is this sound or am I tripping? Like, can I do this or is this okay? Or should I think about doing this? Or is that something down the road later I want to sit here and focus on? So all of those things are super important as to why you need a test. And it's like, guys, I'll just tell you, like, testing and the whole testing phase is not like a check on the checklist. Girl, you're going to be doing this for the first go round, the second go round, years later into your business, years later even after that. Like, I'm sure you guys have probably even seen different brands test with you. Through different surveys, through reviews, through incentivize, like, hey, if you sit here and write something about my business, you'll get a discount. All of that is testing. So now it kind of comes down to like, where do I test? How do I start to do this? And so that's really something that for me, I was kind of like a little stuck on sometimes. I was like, wait, like, okay, so I got to sit here and probably do a little bit more than just ask my mom or my sister or my grandmother or whoever. Because similar to our presentation so far, like my mom or my grandmother or my sister may not be my target audience. They may not be, encompassing of my clientele that I want to serve. Depending on what your product is, and that may be true for you as well. So you have to sit here and kind of think to yourself a little bit about, okay, so who's in my network? Who can I kind of quickly like access? What resources do I have accessible to me? So that could be, even coming from like, your school. If you have like different organizations or clubs at your school, if you feel like, hey, they kind of fit into my ideal customer, my ideal client, let's sit here and test my product with them and see what they say. Or, there's nothing wrong with you sitting here and talking to like, your family and things like that. But if your, parents or anything like mine, like my mom loves me to death. And sometimes I'm like, I don't know if you're being, the most truthful to me because I'm your daughter. So definitely getting more information and feedback is key because you definitely want to know from the consumer standpoint, like, what do people think about your product? What is, eye-catching to them? What is something that they're looking for? What's out here on the market that they are thinking like, hey, like I can just go get this opposed to this? Or, what are those key features that are dividing like their buyer decision? So some other things that I've kind of done as far as like testing too, some virtual, some not, because with COVID, and I still test to this day, like you're going to test and test and test forever. It's not, again, going to just be like a one and done thing, but definitely like having focus groups, kind of messaging, either it's like text or a call or, if you want to share things on Instagram, social media. But also too, testing doesn't have to be limited to face-to-face interaction. I've tested different lash styles by kind of having like an influencer program, and I just send people product. And I'm like, hey, I'm going to send you this, and you tell me how you feel about it. And if you want to sit here and post about it, go ahead. But like, I want the feedback, right? So doing things like that, doing things even like virtually and saying, hey, if you kind of fill out this survey or, similar to what you've kind of seen other brands do, but, fill out this survey. What did you think of the product? Just getting more feedback and more information as to what you can do better and what you can improve upon. Okay, so here comes like probably like the longest part of like your prototype and testing phase. Girl, you got to do your research. So I don't know if you guys are fans of You. Like, I'm a fan of You. Yeah, that's my show. So I don't know if you got to do like Joe Goldberg is his name, sorry, level of, research. But if you want to deep dive into all of, your market, your customers, your competitors, all of that, I definitely encourage you to do that. So going into like kind of starting that research, you really should think about, okay, so who are my competitors in this market? and what are they doing? Because, if they're here and if they're leaders in this industry or this market, they're definitely doing something to attract customers, keep customers, things like that. So that could be like packaging, that could be marketing. Those are definitely some of the top two, I think specifically for me when I was kind of looking at competitors. I'm not gonna like be messy and name drop, but definitely looking at some lash competitors on the market right now, I'm like, okay, like the actual product is probably not that good. Your marketing is just really good. That's what it is. So those are like real things. People can sit here and market something that may not be like a solution for somebody. So that's like definitely something to keep in mind because you don't know. Your product could be the hero product for someone that they're looking for, that they've been waiting for years. So definitely like keep your pulse on that. And so in addition, you kind of have to see like, what are people saying about, my competitors? What are people saying just in this industry? The number one place people love to sit here and complain is social media. And I'm sure you guys know. Like, I don't even know how many times a day I'll go on Facebook and I'll see, I just went to Sephora and no one sat here and said hello to me. I'm not going to Sephora and Beachwood no more. I'm like, okay, got it. That's your vibe. That's your jam. So people sit here and complain all the time about their experience or different products, what they're looking for, what they don't like, what they like. So keep a pulse onto that because that's easy game. That's easy game for you to sit here and swoop in and say, oh, okay, you don't like that this is like a square packaging? Well, let me make my product round packaging. So all of those are easy money. Same for Googling. There are probably so many different sites kind of just dedicated to like what people don't like. I think there's a site that's literally called IHateMicrosoft.com. And I'm like, okay, they're probably Apple users if you don't like Microsoft, But people sit here and talk about how they feel, what they like, what they don't like, what they're looking for all the time. And I just feel that's so important when you're prototyping and testing because you don't want to sit here and like just kind of lose out on information that's so easily to find. So definitely taking that into account when you're doing your research to kind of prototype and experiment and test with your products is huge because that's just going to further help you kind of figuring out what it is that your audience, what your customers are really looking for. And so something also that kind of goes hand in hand with that. So when you are actually like prototyping and testing your product, you're gonna have to have a way to deliver what your product is, why is it important, why should someone buy it, how is it helping them, how is it serving them. So this is kind of going into a little bit of you kind of establishing what your pitch is. So does anyone know like what like a pitch is? Can they like raise your hand and kind of tell me? Yep. What were you gonna say? Oh, just similar to that? Yeah, well, you guys are both right. You guys are super smart too. So definitely like a pitch in essence is how you're presenting your product to pretty much anybody. It doesn't have to be just, a business person. That could be like talking to like your friend about it. That could be talking to your sister about it. It's really just how are you carrying yourself and really carrying your product? How are you bringing that into the world to explain what it is, what it does, why it's important? Because honestly, that's kind of like the same thing as like you going into a grocery store and like the bread aisle. So many just years long of brands of bread. Like you have Wonder Bread, you have Schwabels, you have a whole bunch of other brands of bread that I probably am missing. But, clearly you see that I only buy like Schwabels or Wonder Bread. So there's there's a reason like that I like Wonder Bread. I think the packaging is cute. I don't know. The bread tastes kind of decent. It's fine. Schwabels, I like their wheat bread. I don't know. There's different reasons, but it's kind of like that goes back to your pitch. It's like, why should someone care about I'm buying Wonder Bread versus Schwabels or the pricing? What's the packaging look like? What's the purpose? How is it connected to me? Why do I care? Kind of a little bit. Not to say it like rude like that, but it's like that's really kind of your chance to shine and show people like, hey, this is my product. This is who I am. This is how I'm connected to it. This is why you need this. So I kind of put a couple different bullet points on here as to like what's good to include in your pitch. So definitely like the need for your product, your purpose, your connection. Definitely if you are solving a problem, like put the problem you're solving and how you're solving that. You can include the price if it's something that's kind of, I would say like a little bit different versus what's in the market currently. If that's something that's a feature for your product, I would definitely include the price. Same with product packaging or design. If there's some kind of sleek, creative, unique way that you're making your product or some kind of cool box that opens up to showcase your product as packaging, I will talk about that because that's cool. Like that's really cool. So all in all, it's really just establishing why is your product one of a kind? Why do I need this product? Why does my mom, my sister, my grandmother, why do I have to scream from the rooftops that I need your product and no one else? And so I kind of have some key takeaways here because I know we probably kind of like touched on quite a bit. So just to really summarize, like prototyping is an absolute must, guys. Like it's definitely something that you need to probably start early on, not kind of wait and delay. And I think something huge to think about is that feedback is only going to help you better understand the mind of your customer. And you're going to be pitching and selling to this person. So why not know what they like, what they don't like, what they need, what they don't really care for? So a huge note, your first prototype is not going to be like the only version of your product. It can and probably most likely will change and evolve over time. So don't get discouraged about being like too perfect on the first go around. Perfect doesn't exist. It just doesn't. So definitely sit here and just go for it. Like if you feel that, hey, prototype 1 is good, but I can make prototype 2 even better, that's amazing. It's going to evolve over time, so don't let it stress you out. I think that's kind of like super huge and something for me I had to learn with Bombshell Beauty. It's like, it's not just one prototype. You're going to keep prototyping and testing and evolving as you go on. And I would say the second really key thing is like, get creative and like most importantly, have fun. So you definitely want to make sure that like with your product, like you are showcasing through that, your personality, your heart, your soul. I should be able to say like, hey, that's her product and I know that's her product from anything else in the world because I see her in that product. That's hers and I want to buy that because I want to support that queen right there. So definitely don't, get discouraged, have fun, get creative. But also when you're pitching, oh my gosh, practice makes perfect. It's kind of, a little bit discouraging sometimes when you're talking about things that you're so passionate about, something that you love, but you gotta pitch. You gotta sit here and be able to articulate why this is a need, why people need this, why you're gonna be legendary and revolutionary because you created this product, this thing. So don't be scared to pitch. Like someone needs to hear what you're saying and someone needs to buy what you're selling. So definitely practice because it gets easier over time. Like trust. And you'll probably see that in a little bit. So I want to kind of end this portion of the presentation with a quote that I love. Definitely something that kind of keeps me going sometimes. And one of my makeup mentors, Tiana Robinson, actually coined this quote, I guess. So, you are too extraordinary to be your city's best kept secret, period. So, whatever idea that you have that's in your mind, you need to sit here and act in your purpose, act on it, because this world needs your product, and most importantly, this world needs you. So I'll just say thank you. And hold on, I'm gonna snag one of these real quick. So going into kind of what we're gonna do with our workbooks today, I think I'm on page 11. Let me okay. So I kind of sat here and gave you guys a little bit of a roadmap into getting into that experimenting mind, that experimenting phase. So we have our first section. It's called the visualization or dream phase. So here is where it's really important for you to kind of detail out what is your product, describe it, sketch it if that helps. What does that look like? What does it feel like? Then we're going to sit here and kind of do a little bit of our research into what are our competitors within the same market. How are they designing their product? What does their packaging look like? What are pros and cons of what they're doing that are helpful for us to know? And also, where can I start to look to kind of source materials or technology that I need to create my first prototype? So I kind of felt like this was important to add. I know that's kind of something when you're thinking about creating a product, it's like, okay, how do I even sit here and do that? And it can be something as simple as like getting business cards off of Vistaprint, getting packaging boxes from Amazon, trying to think what else that I've done in the past, and I kind of still do. Getting like actual customized boxes for your products off of Uline. So many different things, and kind of, scaling up from there, but definitely take a second to think about where you would get resources to start to make your first prototype. So the second phase on the other page, on 12, is more so about the testing phase. So more so speaking about how am I going to get my product in front of others for feedback. So kind of as I was talking about in our presentation, does this mean I sit here and kind of test and prototype to my friends at school or my orgs that I'm a part of at school? Do I sit here and kind of create a focus group of people that I think would give me honest, true feedback? Is this something that I think I can sit here and go to a kind of like pop-up shop and kind of test and prototype my ideas there? And then the last thing that we will do is kind of start gearing up to getting a pitch developed and actually practicing your pitch. So I will kind of be around to pop in to see how you guys are doing. If time permits, I really do encourage you guys to practice your pitch with each other. If you want to practice with me, that's fine. We could definitely, chop it up about your pitch. What do you need to include? What do you need to, really speak highly of? What things should be emphasized? What things should be kind of not included? So that is what I have for you guys today. And I hope that this was not just, educational, but a little bit inspiring. And so I really do hope to see what you guys create into the future. And I thank you so much for, being here and letting me speak to you today. And I will be around to help out with our activity.
All right, you guys, you got about 20 minutes, roughly 25 minutes to go through your activity book here to get those things down. And then we're going to be doing our next speaker roughly after that. We'll see you back here in about 20 minutes with our next speaker. Once again, please do all of those activities in the workbooks.
Havana Brown, Red One, Mr. Worldwide, from Miami, Morocco, to Australia, to the world. Dale.
Run them. When the sun goes down, 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 boy, are you afraid of the dark, dark? And when the lights go out, 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 tell me, do you know where to start, start? And when the bass gets loud, 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 that is when I feel the part. And when the
run them, run them. Run them like run them, run them. Run them like run them, run them.
From the bottom of the map to the land down under, you feel my drive, see my vision, and hear my hunger. As my money gets older, theirs get younger. They sell their soul, but the devil knows I have no number. I'm global, baby, for sure, baby. Go, baby, uh-oh, baby, no, baby. Yeah, baby, now jiggle it, baby, let me tickle it, baby. I know I'm lost, it's gonna be hard to save me. I'm sorry, that's how they count and raise me. Y'all heard me right, we run the night, now fuck you, pay me.
Like run them, run them. Run them like run them, run them. Run them like run them, run them. Feel like a rush, brushing past me all over my skin. I can get enough, 'cause the beat keep pulling me in. Taking me so high up, place that I've never been. Party all night, sleep all day, then do it again. Party is so run them like run them, run them.
Guided by a beating heart, I can't tell where the journey will end, but I know where to start. They tell me I'm too young to understand. They say I'm caught up in a dream. Well, life will pass me by if I don't open up my eyes, so that's fine by me. So wake me up when it's all over, when I'm wiser and I'm older. All this time I was finding myself and I didn't know I was lost. So wake me up when it's all over, when I'm wiser and I'm older. All this time I was finding myself and I didn't know I was lost. I tried carrying the weight of the world, but I only have two hands. Hope I get the chance to travel the world, but I don't have any plans. Wish that I could stay forever this young, not afraid to close my eyes. Life's a game made for everyone. fries. So wake me up when it's all over, when I'm wiser and I'm older. All this time I was finding myself and I didn't know I was lost. So wake me up when it's all over, when I'm wiser and I'm older. All this time I was finding myself and I didn't know I was lost. Didn't know I was lost. I didn't know I was lost. I didn't know I was lost. I didn't know.
Don't wake me up, don't wake me. So much life in the city, you won't believe. Been away for some days now, no time to sleep. If your heart is a pillow, this love's the bed. Tell me what is the music inside my head. Don't wake me up, 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 up. Don't wake me up, 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 up. Don't wake me up, 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 up. Don't wake me up, don't wake me, don't wake me up. Don't wake me Don't wake me Yeah. Don't wake me up, 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 up. Don't wake me up. Don't wake me. I don't wanna fall asleep. No, I don't wanna fall unless I'm falling for you. I don't wanna fall asleep. No, I don't wanna fall unless I'm falling for you. Don't wake me Don't wake me Don't wake me Yeah.
when everything's wrong. You make it right. I feel so high, I come alive. I need to be free with you tonight. I need your love. I need your love. I need your love. I need your I need your I need your love. I need your love, I need your time. When everything's wrong, you make it right. I feel so high, I come alive. I need to be free with you tonight. I need your love. I need your love. I need your I need your I need your just wanna feel this moment. I just wanna feel this moment. I just wanna feel this moment.
Miss Worldwide, Christina Aguilera. Oye, mamita, dale, que la cosa está arriba. Reporting live from the tallest building in Tokyo. Long way from them hallways, filled with O's and O's. They counting always, 305 all day. Now, baby, we can parlay. Oh, baby, we can party. She read books, especially about red rooms and tie-ups. I got her hooked, cause she's see me in a suit with a red tie tied up. Christian Gris, nice to meet you. But time is money. Only difference is I own it. Now let's stop time and enjoy this moment.
One day while my light is glowing, I'll be in my castle golden. But until the gates are open, I just wanna feel this moment. I just wanna feel this moment. I just wanna feel this moment.
I see the future, but live for the moment. Makes sense, don't it? Now make dollars, I mean billions. I'm a genius, I mean brilliance. The streets is what schooled them and made them slicker than Slick Rick the ruler. I've lost a lot and learned a lot, but I'm still undefeated like Shooter. I'm far from cheap. I break down companies with all my peeps. Baby, we can travel the world and I can give you and all you can see. Time is money, only difference is I own it. Like a stopwatch, let's stop time and enjoy this moment, darling.
One day while my light is glowing, I'll be in my castle golden. But until the gates are open, I just wanna feel this moment. 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 I just wanna feel this moment.
I'm waking up to ash and dust. I wipe my brow and I sweat my rust. I'm breathing in the chemicals. I'm breaking in and shaping up, then checking out on the prison bus. This is it, the apocalypse. Whoa, I'm waking up. I feel it in my bones, enough to make my system blow. Welcome to the new age, to the new age. Welcome to the new age, to the new age. my flag and dye my clothes. It's a revolution, I suppose. We're painted red to fit right in. Whoa. I'm breaking in and shaping up, then checking out on the prison bus. This is it, the apocalypse. Whoa, I'm waking up. I feel it in my bones, enough to make my system blow. Welcome to the new age, to the new age. Welcome to the new age, to the new age. I'm radioactive, radioactive.
Alrighty, hey guys, I just want to come back and just say, thank you so much for listening. I had an awesome time actually meeting and talking with some of you guys. You had like great questions. I kind of was like, whoa, what do I say to that? So thank you so much. It's been an honor sitting up here and giving my presentation and speaking to you guys. So thank you so much to Dawn and John Carroll, and I hope to see you guys being future, female decision makers and leaders out here with your new products and businesses. Thank you.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you so much, so much. We're going to be doing our next speaker here roughly in the next 5 minutes. So if you need to do anything right now, please do that right now. If not, come on back and we'll be getting set here in the next 5 minutes.
Cause the song just came on. Turn up the music if they try to turn us down. Turn up the music, can I hear it till the speakers blow? Turn up the music, fill your cup and drink it down. If you're sexy and you know it, put your hands up in there. Put your hands up in there. Girl, put your hands up in there. If you're sexy and you know it, put your hands up in there. Put your hands up in there. Girl, put your hands up. Turn up the music, just turn it up louder. Turn up the music, I need it in my life, yeah. Turn up the music, just turn it up louder. Turn up the music, I need it in my life, yeah. Turn up the music. Turn up the music. Turn up the music. Turn up the music cause the sun just came up. Turn up the music if they try to turn us down. Turn up the music cause I'm trying to hear the speakers blow. Turn up the music, fill your cup and drink it down. If you're sexy and you know it, put your hands up in there. Put your hands up in there. Girl, put your hands up in there. If you're sexy and you know it, put your hands up in there. Put your hands up in there. Girl, put your hands up and turn up the music. Turn it up louder. Turn up the music. I need it in my life, yeah. Turn up the music. Just turn it up louder. Turn up the music. I need it in my life, yeah. Yeah. Turn up the music. Save my life. All I wanna do is party. So DJ, turn it up. Dance with me. Girl, can I see that? I really wanna touch that. Baby, can I be that? Turn it up. Just dance with me.
All right, you guys. All right. It is now time for our final speaker of the afternoon here. Please make some noise for John Carroll University Jr., founder of Moliette Handmade, Miss Sarah Moliette. Clap your hands for.
This is life in color. Today feels like no other. Darkest grace.
Hello, friends. Welcome to Life in Full Color. My name is Sarah Moliette, and today I'm going to be talking to you about why you should live your life as one big art project. So to introduce myself, my name is Sarah Moliette. I'm a junior here at John Carroll. I'm studying entrepreneurship and supply chain. Something a little special about me is that I have my own Etsy store, Mollyette Handmade, and in general, I've lived my life as just one big art project. And why did I do that? Because I believe that everyone is an artist. So I'd like to start this presentation out with a little bit of self-reflection. Tell me, what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life? So as I mentioned, I've done a lot of art projects. Some of my favorite projects have been painting, singing, I've been in a musical. Recently, I've gotten really into photography. And my latest art project has been my Etsy store. It's something that combines my love for jewelry, crafting, business, and photography all into one. It's my side hustle, and it's been a lot of fun. But I'm here today to talk about your life and why you are an artist and why you should invest in that. Today, I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about some common fears that you might be experiencing right now, why you shouldn't let them control you, and then I'm going to be talking about how you truly own your art. So you might be thinking right now, this girl is crazy. I cannot draw. I am not an artist. Yeah, me neither. Drawing is not my specialty either, but I still believe that everyone is an artist. I would say that most people can't draw, but I still believe everyone is an artist. In order to understand this idea and this mindset, we need to redefine what art is in the first place. Art is the work that you create with your life. It doesn't have to be painting or singing, though it very well could be. It could be your small business. It could be your passion. It could be your service to the community. It's the one thing that gets you out of bed in the morning. It's the one thing that captivates your imagination. It's the one thing that you're really excited about spending all your time on. It's your thing. It's your purpose. And your responsibility with finding that purpose is sharing it with other people. And chances are, your art form is pretty intimate to you. And that can be hard to share with people, especially in the phase of life that you are in right now. Now, I remember what it's like to be in these high school hallways. When you're in that sort of environment, it can feel like it's the end-all, be-all. Because chances are it's probably one of the biggest experiences you've had so far. High school is not ideal for your creative and wild self because it is filled with stairs like these. Yes. High school is filled with a bunch of people who are just trying to impress one another all the time. Honestly, these eyes might be the popular kids, might be the person that you like, it might be the people you used to be friends with, it might be the people that you're fighting with. I know. High school is tough. And so you do things, or you refrain from doing things, you stop yourself from doing things in order to hide from that glare. In order to fit into that mold. And so you put yourself into a box and you wait for the storm to pass and you stop yourself from doing things. But here's the thing. High school ends, and one day that intimidating bubble will pop. At high school graduation, you're gonna see a lot of people for the last time. Chances are you're only gonna keep in touch with people that truly matter and care about you. You're gonna say some really true goodbyes. This is what it's like to graduate high school, both on your phone and in your mind. You're gonna unfollow people because you are no longer obligated to follow them because you don't go to school with them anymore. And you are no longer obligated to care about another person's opinion just because you see them in the hallway. Once you graduate high school, you're going to realize that that box was a figment of your imagination this entire time. You're going to realize that that high school hallway was only scary because you believed that it was scary. You're going to realize that those opinions mattered only because you believed that they mattered. And you're going to realize that your reality is constructed by the people that you invite into your life. So you better decide wisely which voices and eyes to pay attention to. And once you put the right people into your life, those people that encourage your creative and wild self, you're going to start walking towards what you want. And then the road is wide open. You're free. You can do whatever you want. Why not create that for yourself right now? So these are some truths that hit me like a bus after high school. I was on my way home from the graduation ceremony. I just thought to myself, wow, I am never going to see a lot of those people ever again. And I spent so much time worrying about what they thought of me when I'm only going to be surrounded by them for 4 years, my entire life. Yeah, I did a lot of art in high school, but there were so many instances where I said no to opportunities that really intrigued me because I was worried about what the person across the hall was going to think. It's so stupid. Honestly, and I did that. So like I said, you can create this reality for yourself now, or you can create it for yourself after graduation, but I suggest you do it now because you'd already be ahead of me. So that brings us back to your art and why you should invest in it, because it is your life. It is your work. So right now I'm going to switch gears a little bit and talk to you. Now that we've tackled why you shouldn't care about others' opinions, I'm going to talk about your opinion of your art. So, in my time as an artist, I know that comparison can be a little bit of a struggle. It's really easy to get caught up in, comparing your art to another person's, like, oh, hers is so much better than mine. Or, mine is so much better than hers. That's embarrassing that she even launched that. But I don't really think that sort of thinking is productive because it's exclusive as to what art is in the first place. It's not inclusive at all. And it can also prevent us from creating art that is unique to ourselves. So we need to adopt a new frame of reference. And this is how. So looking at this color, I want you to determine in your mind if you think it is pink or purple. So I know it's a little bit of an in-between color, but that's a part of the experiment. So just using the basic colors of pink and purple, determine which one you think it is. So what's really cool is if you compare it to a true pink, it looks purple. But if you compare it to a true purple, it looks pink. What I'm trying to show you is someone else's beauty is not an absence of your own. Although these colors all have comparable elements, they're all beautiful. They all have their time, place, and value in the world. Now, you might favor one color over another, but that's your opinion. Someone else might think a completely different idea. All colors have their time, place, and value in the world, just like all other art has its time, place, and value in the world. Look at Van Gogh. He had a very unique set of experiences, of skill sets, of techniques that led him to create the art that he did. That's why it's so expensive, because it's so unique to who he was and the life that he lived. Now, I love Van Gogh, but he cannot decorate cakes like Buddy Valastro just because it was not his time or place. Buddy Valastro had all of his, separate opportunities and experiences that led him to lead the life that he did. Simone Biles, need I say more? She had her art. And I'm sure she's a very talented woman, but she cannot paint in the same way that Van Gogh did, and she cannot paint or decorate cakes in the way that Buddy Valastro did. But you know what? She did amazing things that fulfilled her own art career. All art has its time, place, and value in the world. Just like your art has its time, place, and value in the world. I want you to realize this. I want you to internalize this, that you have your own individual set of experiences, of skill sets, of techniques that you need to invest in because it is unique to you. Only you can create the art that you can create. So that's why you owe it to yourself, really. Do what you want. Follow that intuitive guide. See where it'll lead. You might surprise yourself. So at this point, I'm going to give you some responsibilities. The first task at hand is for you to find your art, to follow that intuitive guide. What do you think's interesting? What do you think would be really fun to do? Invest in that. See where it will lead you. You can always go back. You can always start again. Second, you need to rise above your very temporary fears because trust me, high school ends, as I mentioned. It doesn't matter the social status of the people that you hang out with right now, but what does matter is how those people interact with you and how they make you feel and what they can lead you to do. You need to rise above those very temporary fears. And lastly, no matter what you do, you gotta put your heart into it. The world needs that from you. You need that from you. This is how you take ownership of your life. This is how you live as one big art project. This is life in full color. Thank you. So I have given you a few prompts for self-reflection today. I just invite you to be very open and honest with your answers. Nobody else has to see it. Thank you so much for all of your time and attention today. I will be just among the crowd if you would like to bounce some ideas or just say hi, or if you just need someone to listen, I am here for you. So thank you all.
Clap your hands for Sarah one more time, you guys. Clap your hands. Like she said, she's going to be around here in a little bit in the room. All right. Go through all of those wonderful pieces in your notebooks. And we'll be back here in just a little bit.
You see some hope in me. The black and white set us free, like the queen to the rook. Your decision was a sure thing, honey, yeah, a sure thing. No wonder I feel like I'm missing a heavy load. But no matter what daylight brings to us, we all know. Just when I life in color. Today feels like no other. From the darkest grays, the sunburst cloud break. Whoa, oh, oh, oh. This is life in motion. And just when I couldn't run this race anymore, the sunburst clouds break. This is life in color. This is life in color.
First things first, I'ma say all the words inside my head. I'm fired up and tired of the way that things have been. Oh, ooh, the way that things have been. Oh, ooh. Second thing, second, don't you tell me what you think that I can be. I'm the one at the sail, I'm the master of my sea. Oh, ooh, the master of my sea. Oh, ooh. I was broken from a young age, taking my soak into the masses, writing my poems for the few that look at me, took to me, shook at me, feeling me, singing from heartache, from the pain, taking my message from the veins, speaking my lesson from the brain, seeing the beauty through the. Hey, you make me a believer, believer. Hey, you break me down, you build me a believer, believer. Let the bullets fly, or let them rain. My life, my love, my drive, it came from. Hey, you make me a believer, believer. Third things third, send a prayer to the ones up above. All the hate that you've heard has turned your spirit to a dove. Oh, ooh, your spirit up above. Oh, ooh. I was choking in the crowd, building my rain up in the cloud, falling like ashes to the ground, hoping my feelings they would drown, but they never did, ever lived, ebbing and flowing, inhibited, limited, till it broke up when it rained down. It rained down like. Hey, you make me a believer, believer. Hey, you break me down, you build me a believer, believer. Let the bullets fly, or let them rain. My life, my love, my drive, it came from. Hey, you make me a believer, believer. Last things last, by the grace of the fire and the flames. You're the face of the future, the blood in my veins. Oh, ooh, the blood in my veins. Oh, ooh. But they never did, ever lived, ebbing and flowing, inhibited, limited, till it broke up when it rained down. It rained down like. Hey, you make me a believer, believer. Hey, you break me down, you build me a believer, believer. Hey, let the bullets fly, or let them rain. My life, my love, my drive, it came from. Hey, you make me a believer, believer.
All right, everybody, did you have fun today? Good. So this basically wraps up our day here. I want to firstly thank all of you guys for coming. I hope you were inspired, and we're so happy to have you here at John Carroll. I want to thank the Veal Foundation. I want to thank Doan Winkle, my manager. I want to thank Rock the House for putting this all together for all of you. And just some to all your sparkle. So this is just the beginning. Every day is going to be different. And the future's up to you. So I really hope that we see you either, whether it's around John Carroll, stay in touch with us, and make sure you dare to dream and dare to start. So thank you all again for coming. And before you leave, make sure you take some pictures at the photo booth and grab some cotton candy, okay? Thank you, everyone. Take care.